light for you in dark places when all other lights go out.
Hey guys, it's DCHL Devin here, and welcome to an episode of A History of the Hobbit. And in these episodes, I basically just talk to you guys about some of the old profiles that some of the new players missed out on. And some of these profiles are really cool. If you guys want an example of some of them, you can always check out DC Hobbit League, where we post these older profiles. Some really unique profiles that actually you only see back in the day, maybe some of the initial concepts of the game. And we really like these profiles quite a bit, but of course over time they changed. Sometimes for better and sometimes for the worse. So today I'm actually going to go ahead and take Arwen, and we'll also take on Elrond as well. So let's go ahead and start with Arwen. What was she like back when the game first originated? Well, as you can see here on the screen, Arwen was actually way different. Her stat line is relatively simple: 6 fight, 3 strength, 3 defense, 2 attacks, 2 wounds, and 5 courage. Now this is basically what we expect from her today. This is the kind of profile she already has. Now this isn't no shock here, expert rider as we would expect and a similar points cost. But what you'll notice is different about her is that she has a spell that's more evil than intended. I think this is actually a spell more meant for Ringwraiths than her. Although the fluff behind it. So what this says is it is the spell Confound. And it has a range of 6 inches, and the dice score to use is a 4-up. And basically it says Arwen can use this power to raise the forces of nature to send her opponents reeling. This spell affects all enemies within 6 inches, as in any area effect spell, but only one foe can resist it, as of course is still present today. Then, if he fails, all enemies within 6 inches of Arwen are driven directly away beyond the radius of the effect. If unable to complete this move, each model must move as far as possible. All models affected are thrown to the ground, suffer a strength 3 strike, and lose 1 point of will if they have any left. Wow. Guys, this is like the Ringwraith Screech. This is exactly what should have been the Ringwraith Screech. I don't know why they gave this to Arwen, and as you will find out, Ringwraiths didn't actually have this ability ever. Didn't ever even have a concept of what the Ringwraith Screech is. I guess it should be Harbinger of Evil, but I still feel like this spell in particular is probably more like for a Ringwraith, essentially. This ability to just scare opponents off everywhere. Now, this is probably an in-game mechanic that is quite complicated to use and has a disastrous effect. If you were to use this in today's meta on an enemy formation, it would go ballistic. People would be running all over the place. I mean, this would be probably one of the most overpowered spells ever, in my opinion. I actually would like to know what you guys think, though, about this spell. Is this more suited for her? Is this something Ringwraiths should get? Or is this something that we're really just glad that they got rid of this and put in the new Nature's Wrath, which simply knocks everyone to the ground? I'm gonna be honest, Nature's Wrath already being one of the most devastating spells and having nothing on this spell at all, I'm really glad they switched it to the new one. Alright guys, and for our last profile, we have Elrond. This profile actually is pretty much similar to it as you guys always know it, except he was the Gil-galad back in the day. We're talking about Fight 9. So most of his stats are kind of what you already recognize, with a strength of 4, defense 7, 3 attacks, 3 wounds, and a courage of 7. He wields a 2-handed sword, though, no elven blade. This rule actually wasn't invented at this time in the beginning of the days. So he just had straight 2-handed blade. That's what he had to use all the time. His point cost being 120 is actually quite a bit cheaper, I believe. I think the current Gil-galad, if I want to say, is about 160 points. But I'll have to go ahead and reference that. I may have that wrong. But back in the day, Gil-galad was the Fight 6 warrior, and Elrond was the Fight 9. Shows that in time, I guess they realized that Gil-galad is probably the superior fighter and should have the more appropriate profile. Hence, though, this really doesn't matter since the most current Elrond can call free heroic strikes all the time anyway and can get to fight 10 on the regular with an already high fight of 7. So I guess he just got more powerful anyway, so it didn't matter. But anyway, guys, tell me if you guys like these episodes where I go ahead and discuss the old profiles from back in the day, from when the game first started. And I will go ahead and move on to new profiles very soon, such as Frodo and many others from the Fellowship of the Ring and Legions of Middle-earth days.